Welcome to another episode of the Luxembourg Mind. Today we are back at the City Hall in Luxembourg City. We will be talking to Laurent Mosar with our newly minted Luxembourg Mind mics. Laurent has been part of the political scene for over 4 decades. Laurent is a member of parliament. He's been a member of parliament for 32 years, including serving as the president of the parliament. Laurent is also a member of the Luxembourg City Council, where he serves as the Alderman for Luxembourg City. He's been part of the City Council for over 3 decades. Laurent is very active on social media. He's got a great presence. He has opinions on a lot of things facing Luxembourg City, and he has the experience to talk about it. Today we're going to be talking to him about some of these issues that are facing our country. Let's go hear directly from Laurent. Here we are. Ta-da!
Hello,
Laurent, great to see you.
how are you?
Good to see you.
Nice to see you. Come in and
go have a
take a seat.
Laurent, thank you so much for making time to be with us on the Luxembourg Mind. I really appreciate your time.
Good to see you. I'm always happy to meet some very sympathetic Indian friends.
Very good. Laurent, you are one of our most experienced politicians today. You've been on the scene for over 40 years. You've been operating both at the national level and at the local level. So your vantage point is really unique. You're close to so many day-to-day issues in Luxembourg. So I want to get a sense from your perspective. When you look at everyday life in Luxembourg, what are the main challenges facing Luxembourg, especially Luxembourg City, in recent years?
You see, we are a small country, and a small country has to face, in a certain sense, the same challenges that larger countries has to face. If there is a crisis, a geopolitical crisis with many consequences, all these consequences, we have also to support them. And therefore, we must do with much less people in the city of Luxembourg or in our government, in our administration. We have a little bit to do the same job. I always say we are a parliament of 60 members, and we have the same duties than a parliament like the German Bundestag with more than 700 members. Therefore, some people say, in a small country you have not the same duties, you have not the same job. This is not really true. I can tell you, a member of Luxembourgish Parliament has also many jobs, many duties, and we have to face the same challenges than all other countries has also to face.
Okay. When we talk about challenges that are facing Luxembourg City, let's say something like quality of life in Luxembourg, you hear a lot about this in recent days. How much of that, in your view, is it down to safety, cleanliness, the way public spaces are managed? I'm trying to get a sense for why this buzzword, quality of life, keeps coming up.
First remark, what I always say if somebody is asking me exactly the same question, I think Luxembourg remains one of the countries, but also of the cities with the highest quality of life. And every day new people are coming to Luxembourg, willing to establish a business in Luxembourg. So we continue to be very successful. We continue also to be one of the safest country all over the world compared to other countries and cities. But it's true that we are also facing much more problems, much more crimes. We have also to face more problems in relation with drug traffic, with begging, and we have to face all these challenges. And I'm not always happy when I read in the morning my emails from people also from the area, for example, of the Gare, that they are not happy about the safety situation. We are aware of that, and we are trying to do our best. But sometimes the best is not enough. But you can be sure for me, but also for all my colleagues from the City Council, for us, the quality of life of our citizens, not only on our Luxembourg citizens, but also the many non-Luxembourg citizens. The priority for us is the safety and the quality of life of all the citizens.
When we talk about the situation, there's increasing discussion around public safety, about urban order in Luxembourg City. How are things from your perspective? Are things improving? Are things getting worse? How do you see this?
I think problems are increasing, not only Luxembourg, everywhere in the world, also in our surrounding countries. So this is not a typical Luxembourgish problem. On the other hand, what we are doing, we are increasing all the possibilities, all the instruments that we have to combat this phenomenon. And that's why we are always pushing our government to have more police people in the city of Luxembourg. We are also pushing our government to have more laws, and we will adopt in some weeks one very important law, the so-called law of the Platzverweis. And for us, like I told you, the safety of our citizens is a top priority. And we are discussing every week with my colleagues what we can do better, what measures we have to take. But nevertheless, we have a problem of unsafety, and we will also not get rid definitively of this problem. We have to be honest also with our voters, our citizens. But what is very clear for all of us, we will do everything what we can do in the city of Luxembourg and also on the national level.
Okay. Do you feel like some of these issues are a direct consequence of our success? Like, as Luxembourg has done well, the city has grown, the country has grown, there are more people here. Do you feel like some of these problems are a natural consequence of success and growth?
You are completely right. First, our population has increased from a little bit more than 300,000 to soon 700,000 in more than 30 years. So it's a huge increase. When I was a young boy, we had in the city of Luxembourg 70,000 inhabitants. Now we have 140,000 inhabitants. So exactly the double. So it's a normal phenomena. If you double your population, also the problems are doubling. And you are also right when you are saying it's a little bit, or we are a little bit victims of our success. Everybody wants to come to Luxembourg because we have one of the highest quality of lives all over the world. We are very successful on the economic level, and therefore we attract many people to Luxembourg, but we don't attract only sympathetic people to Luxembourg. Also, other people are coming to Luxembourg that we don't like to see, but this is reality, not only in Luxembourg, it's reality all over the world.
Yes. No, I get it. Okay. Let's talk about integration. Like we just mentioned, you have people coming here from all over the world, and I guess Luxembourg City is that rare example where, despite having such a large percentage of the population being not born in Luxembourg, from outside of Luxembourg, life here is still relatively harmonious. Things are going relatively well for us compared to, let's say, other cities in the world. What have we done well to have such a harmonious lifestyle? Where are we going well in terms of integration, and where are the gaps?
First, I think, and that's perhaps always the best argument for Luxembourg. If somebody is asking me why should I come to Luxembourg, my first answer is always because of the political stability.
Yes.
because look a little bit around you. Not only around you in the world, but around you in Europe. We are one of the last European countries which really has a political stability. Yes. And that doesn't only depend on one government. All the governments in Luxembourg are working normally. There is no opposition. And I think our governments always last the whole period, mandate period, and this is a very exceptional situation. So this is, for me, perhaps one of the most important arguments to come to Luxembourg. Second important argument, we are an open-minded country. That means in our country, I think we have actually in Luxembourg more than 160 nationalities living in the city. They live peacefully together. And we are not saying we don't want this people or this people. Everybody is welcome in our country and in our city. We have also a multilingual country. Everybody speaks Luxembourgish, German, French, English. Besides English, we have many people who speak Portuguese, Spanish, and so on. So this is also a big advantage, because everybody knows if he's coming to Luxembourg and if he's only speaking English, he has no problem to live in Luxembourg. And this is also a very important argument for people coming here to us. Another argument for Luxembourg is that we are very well located in the middle of Europe, yes, in the middle of the European Union. If you want to go to Paris, you take the train. In a little bit more than 2 hours, you arrive in Paris. You can go to Frankfurt, you can go to London, you can go to nearly all the important and big European cities. You are very close. Yes. We have a very nice airport. You have many connections to the whole world. We have since 2 years now a connection to China. So I think we are really an open country. And this is perhaps one of the arguments. We are, what I always say, the country of the short ways. What does that mean, short ways? If you want to meet in Luxembourg a minister, a mayor, a deputy mayor, a member of parliament, you will meet these persons without a big problem. If you want to have a meeting with a minister, I can guarantee you that you will get this meeting in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And this is not imaginable in other countries. I come back from your country, from India, and everybody told me, if you want to have a meeting with a minister, as a minister, it's nearly impossible. Yes. And I think this is for us a big advantage. But this is perhaps also the advantage of small countries, yes, because the ways are shorter than in bigger countries. And this also is an added value for Luxembourg.
Okay, well, fantastic. Are there any areas when it comes to integration where we can improve? Are there any gaps that we should focus on?
Yes, I think we have to be very careful because in our country, half of the population is not Luxembourgish. It doesn't have the Luxembourgish passport. And you must also know half of the population who has the Luxembourgish passport has migration history. Yes, yes. That means we have more and more non-Luxembourgers in our country, and you know that Luxembourgish law is reserving the voting right to the Luxembourgers only on the national level, but not on the local level, because on the local level you have immediately the right to participate to the local elections when you arrive to Luxembourg. And I think we have to be very careful, and we have to make perhaps a little bit more efforts on integration. Because you see, we have people from everywhere in the world. And some people, they are easy or they easily integrate. But other people who have different cultures, different histories, different traditions, it's perhaps sometimes more difficult to integrate. You must also know with all these people, we have more and more religions in Luxembourg. It's not only the Catholic or the Christian religion, we have now also many other religions, and you have always to be aware that all these people with different histories, different cultures, different religions have to live together.
Indeed. I want to double click on one of those points. So you mentioned that Luxembourg has a very high expat population. You have Luxembourgers, people who've come from outside Noftic, have gotten the Luxembourgish passport. Some people who are here, they don't have the Luxembourgish passport, but like you rightly said, they have the unique advantage of being able to vote in local elections. But we see participation is relatively low. These expat communities aren't, like their voter turnout is relatively low. They seem to get less involved in politics. What can we do to get these guys more involved? Come out there, vote, participate, volunteer. How do we get more of them involved?
I think it's changing. It's changing perhaps too slowly for my taste, but it's changing. I have seen it during the last elections, local elections in 2023. We had many foreigners who voted in the city of Luxembourg, much more than the years before, or the elections before. And I have the feeling that more and more people are interested in participating, especially on local decision taking. We have more and more also non-Luxembourgers in our parties. If I look a little bit in our party, we have now people a little bit from everywhere who joined our party. I see also when we organize meetings, there are more and more non-Luxembourgers who come to these meetings. So I think we are on a good track. Things are changing in a good direction. Okay, we have some part of the way to do, but let's continue because I am sure that for the next local elections we will really have more and more people who will participate. And I'm also sure that we will have more and more candidates, non-Luxembourg candidates on our list.
Very good. I want to ask you about yourself now. I see you at events. I see you getting involved in communities. You've come to some of my own events. You seem to be almost everywhere. You've been, doing this for over 40 years. You've been in the political arena for more than 40 years. You've been a member of parliament for 32 years. You've been in the municipal council of Luxembourg City for more than 30 years. How do you have so much energy? What drives you? What's your motivation to keep doing this?
Because I love people. No, it's perhaps a very simple answer, but it's an honest answer. I could not stay the whole day in my house with my family. I love my family, but I need the contact with people. And because I'm an open-minded person, I really love to meet new people from other countries in Luxembourg, to speak with them about what they like, what they dislike in our city, in our country. I like to have a personal contact, and that's why I'm always saying, okay, sometimes it can be a little bit stressing, but if you like what you are doing, you do it, and finally you come home. Sometimes my wife is not always happy, but I have a dog, and my dog is always happy. I can come home at any moment. He's always there to welcome me. No, but I'm saying I think you really need to love what you are doing, not only in politics. Generally speaking, if you want to do something good, you need to love what you are doing. I love my job. I know that I have a big chance to do what I'm doing. And hopefully I can continue to do it some more years before I will retire, because there will be in every people's life also a moment where you have to retire. So I know that this moment will also come for me, but I will try during the next years to give my best. To give my best for my city, for my country, and especially for all the citizens who live in this country and in this city.
Ah, that's great. We still see you with so much energy and passion. So you're still young. I think you still are far away from retirement. It seems like it.
Yeah. It's also how to say, I have the feeling, okay, especially in a political life, you have not only friends. It's like that. You have people who like you, other people don't like you. But I have the feeling when I come to a place that people are happy to see me. And as long as I have the feeling that people are happy, or most people are happy to see me, to meet me, I will continue to do my job.
Very good. Well, this brings us to our rapid fire section. I'm going to ask you a few short questions. Simple answers, no right or wrong answers. It'll be fun.
Let's go.
One area in Luxembourg City that has improved the most?
I would say we have two nice areas in Luxembourg. As one is the Kirchberg. You must know the Kirchberg has not existed when I was a young boy.
Yes.
And the second area is the Cloche d'Or. With our new football stadium. So I'm very proud of these two completely new areas. And I think also all the buildings that has been built there are very interesting buildings also from the architectural point of view. So I'm very happy and proud of these two new areas of the city of Luxembourg.
Okay. Is there a part of life in Luxembourg that you think has really blossomed, has done really well over the years?
Yeah, like I told you, I think we continue to be really an open country. We are not, I'm traveling a lot and I come to many countries and to many cities. Sometimes I have the feeling if you arrive to a city that not everybody is welcoming you. But I think here in Luxembourg, I have always the feeling that people are welcome. And I hope we will be able to keep this quality. And the second argument, and I have told it to you, I hope we will really keep as long as possible our political stability. I'm very proud of it.
Very good. A policy position that you hold that might surprise people?
I am in favor of the right for non-Luxembourgers to participate to national elections, because the position of my party is a little bit different. But I think because of all these people who are living in this country and who are contributing to the wealth of this country, I think we have also to give the right to vote in national elections to these people. Sometimes I hear voices saying we have too many foreigners in Luxembourg. No, I am happy we have many foreigners in this country. And we need all these people, because without these people, Luxembourg would not be the same Luxembourg that we know. And we need many people in the finance sector. We need many people in the health sector. We need many people in the industrial sector. We don't have these people in Luxembourg. So we should be happy if many people are coming from abroad and from far abroad, from India, who come to Luxembourg, who are working in Luxembourg. So let's be really happy about that, and therefore I am pleading for the opening of the right of voting for non-nationals.
Is it difficult when you have a position that's not in line with the party position?
No, because I am, how to say, some people called me a dinosaurus of the Luxembourgish political world. So if you have a certain experience, a certain age, you can say perhaps, or you can have positions that younger politicians perhaps would have more problems to have.
Okay. A political figure that you respect, even if you disagree with them.
I think I have many political people I respect on the international level. For example, a person I admire is a German politician, a former Chancellor, Helmut Schmidt. He was not of my party, he was of the Socialist Party, and I must say he was a great politician. Also, when he was not of my party, I have also in Luxembourg, I meet many politicians I respected, or I continue to respect, also if they are not in my party, but you understand that I don't want to give you names in Luxembourg. Like I said, we are a small country, and if I tell you now one or two names, perhaps I will forget other names. So I speak only about international.
Right, sounds good. One law that you would scrap tomorrow.
Oh, there are many laws.
That's your stuff.
I would say, ask me another question, because if I have to list you all the laws, I would immediately... I explain you. I think we are too much regulated. Not only or especially in Luxembourg, but on EU level. We have so many regulations and rules that people who are working, like you, like me, like him, they have no more the time to take care about their core businesses, because they have to take care of so much bureaucracy, and this is a catastrophe. So I think it would be much better for the European Union, also for our country, if we would have less laws, less regulations, but on the other hand, better regulations.
Indeed. Okay. Now you've been doing this for 40 years, but I'm going to take you all the way back. If you weren't doing politics, what would your life be like?
Now, I would say, or I would be, because when I was young, my first profession or job I wanted to do was ambassador. I like ambassador.
Okay.
So I would say if I would have not been a politician, perhaps I would have been ambassador or an actor.
Okay, or an actor. Very good.
But you will answer me, a good politician is also a good actor.
Yes, I suppose so. No, very good. This brings us, Laurent, to our final question. It's the advice segment. I'm going to ask you, what advice would you give to people who want to contribute to Luxembourg's future, helping in integration, helping in building a cohesive and well-functioning society? Where should they start?
I would say be positive. Be positive towards Luxembourg. Be positive to all your neighbors, friends, because I think it's important in these difficult times we are living not to lose our optimistic. And I'm an optimist person, and therefore I would send to all our friends, Luxembourgish and non-Luxembourgish friends, perhaps one word: be positive.
Okay. Well, Laurent, this was a fantastic discussion. We've learned a lot about you, the way you think, the way you contribute to Luxembourg. Very grateful to have you here in our lives. Thank you very, very much.
And many thanks for this amazing interview. It will be always a pleasure to remake it.
Thank you very much, Laurent.
Thank you.